Hello, hello. Welcome to Saturday Core and Recovery. Uh, I'm going to get started here in about a minute or two once I give people a chance to sign in. In the meantime, grab yourself some water, grab maybe a yoga block or two, and we'll get into it. Hello, hello. Welcome to class. We're going to get started here in about a minute. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Start in a nice, comfortable seated position. Begin with some breath work. Let's go ahead and just do cyclical breathing today. So we'll breathe in for 6 counts, exhale for 6 counts. We want to treat this as a mobility exercise essentially. So we're trying to see how much we can expand our diaphragm, letting air in, and how much compression we can get by pulling the belly button in, literally pushing the organs up into that thoracic space, shrinking the volumes of the lungs, pushing the air out, and then reversing that. We'll do it for 6 seconds, inhale and exhale. Try to make it really, really smooth and seamless and see if we can get some big, big breaths. All right. Breathe in and out through your nose only for this. Go ahead and take a nice big inhale and exhale. On your own count, 6 beats in, 6 beats out. Nice. Go ahead and allow your breath to return to a more natural state. Let's get into some mobility drills. We're going to focus on the shoulders and the upper body today, and then we'll get into some core work that's also going to work on the core and the shoulders. All right, for this first one, I'm going to turn sideways just so you can see a little better. We're going to work with our scapula. You're going to start with your arms out in front. We want the relationship or the distance between your fists to stay the same throughout the entire exercise. So try to keep them from opening or closing. I'm going to start by pushing my hands and arms forward as much as possible without rounding the back. So I'm sliding the shoulder blades, wrapping them around the rib cage. And I'm going to do the reverse. I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades together. Again, try to keep your arms straight and try to keep the distance between your hands the same. Good. Now slide forward as far as possible. Actively reach. And then pull back and squeeze. Good. Forward. And retract. Good. Come back to neutral. Now we're going to lift the shoulders up. So we're elevating the shoulder blades. We're going to squeeze them together and back. Down. And forward. Up. Together. Down. Forward. Again, keep your arms straight. Keep the distance between your fists the same. And focus on the sensation of the movement of your shoulder blades. Good. Now we're going to reverse it. So together and back and down, then up, then forward. Down, together and back, up, and forward. Good. And shake that out. Nice. You get a little shoulder burn too, right, from holding your arms out there. All right. Next one, I'm just going to change my seating position here. Feel free to do the same if you'd like. All right, arms out to the side. Externally rotate the shoulders so that palms face up. And then internally rotate, palms face down. Good. Externally rotate. Now in this externally rotated position, holding this and keeping the palms facing up, we're going to lift the shoulders, squeeze the core at the same time. Think of trying to bring the hands towards each other. Good. And then back down. Continue that external rotation. Good. Internally rotate. Externally rotate. Arms up. And down. Internally rotate. Externally rotate. Up. Down. Good. One more. Internally rotate. Externally rotate. Up. And down. Nice. Shake that out. Right, shake it out. Shake it out. Not done yet. All right. We'll do our shoulder rotations now. So we'll work with the right shoulder first. Make a nice tight fist with your left hand. Engage everything here. Squeeze your core, suck the belly button back and in. Open the right shoulder and hand away from the body. Arm cuts across the body. Bicep up by your ear. From here, you're going to internally rotate the shoulder. That's going to turn the hand away from your body as you reach back. Continue to internally rotate. And then reverse. Reach back. Once you can't go any further, allow that shoulder to naturally unwind. Bicep up by the ear. Arm cuts across the body. Let's do 3 total, so 2 more. Try to keep your core and your torso perfectly still. Okay, so think of doing a plank. We're just isolating that shoulder, especially when your arm is overhead and you start to reach back. Don't let your torso rotate. Fight it. Good, reverse. Last one, reach back, allow it to unwind. Hand up by your face. And down. Good, other side, shake it out. Left hand, open. Arm cuts across the body, bicep up by the ear. Internally rotate, reach back. Continue to rotate, really internally rotate the shoulder. And then reach back, elevate it as much as possible, and then stop right when you feel it starts to stick, okay? From there, now you unwind and rotate the shoulder, bring the bicep up by the ear, palm framing the face, arm cuts across the body. Good, 2 more. Keep the arm straight, core engaged. Good, shake it out, shake it out. All right, moving right along. This is a fun one for the shoulders. These are called swimmers. So you start with your hands behind your back. They're going to be making, so you're putting your pointer fingers together and your thumbs together. I'm going to have to show this from different angles so you can see what's going on. So the first thing I'm going to do, engage my core, make sure I'm squeezing my glutes so I'm not arching my back, looking like an Instagram girl. Hands on the back, open the elbows wide, pull the hands off the back as much as possible, okay? That's the first position. Try that, and then relax. So squeezing the shoulder blades together, elbows wide, hands off the back. From here, I'm going to extend my elbows, and then I'm going to rotate my shoulders so that my palms face forward, hands come behind the head. Again, I'm trying to open those elbows wide, hands come together behind the head, core engaged. Extend the elbows, internally rotate, return to the starting position. And relax. Good. Elbows wide, pull the hands off the back, extend the elbows, rotate, hands behind the head, extend the elbows, rotate, hands together, relax. Let's do 2 more. Open, lift, extend, rotate, extend, and relax. Good. One more. Keep that core engaged. Squeeze the core, pull the belly button in, hands off the back, elbows wide, extend, rotate, hands behind head, extend, rotate. Good, relax, shake that out, shake that out. Nice. All right, let's get the wrist warmed up and then we'll start getting into some core exercises. All right, arms out in front. Remember, try not to move the elbow, no rotation here. We want all the rotation in the wrist. Make knife hands if you ever done martial arts, right? Squeezing the thumb and fingers nice and tight. Keep them like this, no bending the fingers, okay? Extend the wrist, point the fingers down. Curve to the outside. Flex the wrists straight up. In towards midline. Back to extension. Good, switch directions. Good, and release. Open and close the hands. Fast as you can. Open them as wide as you can, close them tight as you can. Switching back and forth as fast as you can. Good, and relax. Shake it out, shake it out. All right, let's get into some work. All right. All right, for the first one, let's go ahead and start in a child's pose, but instead of having our feet tucked, we're going to have them, so instead of having them pointed, we're going to have them tucked, I should say. All right, so we're on our toes, walk the arms out in front. Take a moment just to stretch, maybe move side to side. All right, when you're ready, press your hands into the floor as hard as you can, shift your weight forward, think of pulling yourself forward. Stabilize, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the core, touch one shoulder, hand comes down, touch the other shoulder, hand comes down. Actively press yourself back, hips to heels. Claw your way forward, pull your weight forward. Chest over wrists, squeeze your core, shoulder tap, shoulder tap. Press back. Pull forward. Shoulder tap. Shoulder tap. Good. Press back. All right, we're going to make it a little bit harder now. If you want, you can continue to do this if it feels good. Otherwise, try to lift your knees off the floor. On your toes, pull your weight forward, do a full plank. Shoulder tap, shoulder tap. You may need to spread your feet a little bit wider. Press back, knees stay off the floor. Pull your weight forward. Shoulder tap, shoulder tap. Press back. Pull your weight forward. Shoulder tap, shoulder tap. Shift your weight back. Pull forward, shoulder tap, shoulder tap. Good. Let's go to a downward facing dog. Pedal your feet out. Good. And relax. Take a moment, shake your hands out, shake your wrists out. All right. We're going to do something similar this time. This is a little bit more challenging, so if it's too challenging, go back to that version 1 that we did where we're shifting weight forward, tap, tap. Otherwise, you can try this with me. So you're going to be in the same position, just watch first. Lift the knees, shift your weight forward, pull a knee up towards your elbow, shift your weight back. Shift forward, knee to elbow, shift back. If you want to make that harder, you're going to lift the foot right as you launch off, touch knee, and then try to delay putting that foot down until you're all the way back. Forward, down. Forward, and down. Okay? You can also do this modified, shift forward, then go to plank, knee forward, back, knees, down. Okay, so that would be easiest. I'll show them again. Easiest. Forward on your knees, then to plank. Knee, back, knees, hips to heels. Version 2, knees off, shift the weight forward, then bring the knee in, foot back, hips to heels. Okay. And then the last version, try to lift the leg as soon as possible, shift forward, try to delay putting it down. Good, and relax. Nice, shake it out. Shake it out. It's a really good exercise for the shoulders and for your lats. It's a straight arm strength exercise. Good, shake it out, shake it out. All right. I'm going to switch over to crab pose, work with a little shoulder extension. Then we're going to work on beast, and then we're going to work on some of those transitions that we've worked on before. So for crab pose, shoulders extended, hands behind. If that's uncomfortable on your wrists, try it with hands or fingers pointing out towards the sides. First thing we want to set are shoulders and shoulder blades. Drive the shoulder blades down the back. Think of externally rotating the shoulders, so we're opening the shoulders. Then we lift the hips, and then we think of lifting the tailbone back. Okay, so not curved under, back. Slight extension in the spine. And then play around where it feels good to have your weight. Chin tucked slightly, head back a little bit. All right, let's just hold here for 30 seconds or so. Get comfortable with it. Feel free to shift weight side to side, maybe forward, back. Find your comfort zone. Keep driving the shoulders down. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. Nice. Take a moment, shake your hands out, shake your wrists out. All right, now we're going to add some limb lifts. So we're going to get up into crab pose. Practice without shifting your weight in your hips or your upper body. Practice lifting one foot, then the other, maybe a hand, maybe the other hand. Really want the focus to be externally rotating the shoulder, right? We practice that in the beginning. External rotation and then depression of the scapula. Okay? This is a great exercise to kind of counterbalance a lot of pushing exercises we do where it's all forward, shoulder flexion, internal rotation. This is the opposite, extension and external rotation. All right, let's try it with limb lifts. All right, get into position. Make sure you're opening the shoulders, driving the shoulder blades down the back. Practice lifting a foot, maybe the other foot, maybe a hand, maybe the other hand, maybe a hand and a foot, maybe the other hand and the other foot, maybe both feet and both hands. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. All right. This next one I'm going to show you in a few different stages. So that's crab pose. We have something called a crab reach. This is essentially a back bend of sorts with a little bit of spinal twist if it feels comfortable. So I'll show you in steps what it's going to look like. First step, this is just to make sure it feels comfortable for you. You're going to come here and then you're going to lift your hips up into the air, shoulders extended, head back, come down. Okay? Extending the shoulders, come down. If that feels okay on your shoulders, then we'll go to step 2. Step 2, you lift. I'm going to lift my left hand. I'm going to extend and come back down. Okay? Extend, back down. Extend, back down. If that feels comfortable, we'll move to step 3, where you go up and then you reach. So I'm keeping my hand close to my face, hips are square, rotating the thoracic spine, pressing the floor away, and then come back down. Okay, so that's step 3. I'll show all 3 steps and then we'll go through it together. Step 1, bridge the hips up with both hands down to make sure your shoulders feel comfortable in this position, then back down. Step 2, one hand off, bridge up. No twisting, just bridge up and then back down. Step 3, final step, bridge up, then reach, look at your hand, keep it close to your head and your forehead. Pressing the floor away, actively externally rotating the shoulder, and then back down. Okay? Let's try that all together. We'll do step 1, if it feels good, step 2, and then step 3. Okay? Get into your crab pose. Try step 1. If step 1 feels uncomfortable, just go maybe halfway and practice getting a little bit of shoulder extension. Maybe do 5 to 10 of those. Okay? That feels good. Let's try step 2. Lift one hand, bridge up, back down. Try the other side. Bridge up, back down. Good. If that feels good, let's try step 3. Remember to actively externally rotate that shoulder. Bridge up, continue to rotate, reach. Good. Back down. Try the other side. Good, and done. Nice. Shake that out. Shake that out. So that's the crab reach. That's a great exercise for shoulder strength again, right, it's an external and extension exercise, so it's good to counterbalance like bench pressing and stuff like that. Good for the spine too. Work on extension and thoracic rotation. Basically all the things that most people need to work on is in that exercise. All right. Let's do some beast pose. A little bit more isometric work. You should all be familiar with beast pose at this point. So let's get right into it. Tuck the toes. Make sure shoulders are stacking over wrists. Knees are just in a little bit from underneath your hips, sort of in line with your belly button. Suck the core up and in. Tuck the toes. Lift the knees. And hold. Nice. With your spine, make sure you're not too rounded or too extended. You want to find a nice neutral. Okay? Think of reaching forward with the head, a long spine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. Nice. Shake that out. Shake it out. All right. I'm going to try something here. There's a move I want to teach, and I kind of forget exactly how we get into it. Let's see. It's okay. All right, we're going to work on something called a scorpion reach. This is really fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to start, let's just start in a plank position, and then we can add something to it after. So I'll just demonstrate first. You're going to be in a plank position. I'm going to bring my right knee in to my left elbow. So I'm crossing my body, slightly twisting. And then I'm going to kick up and back with my leg as I press myself back. Okay? I'm up on my toes here. Twist and reach. Twist and reach. You can try both sides. Twist and reach. Twist and reach. Okay, let's give that a shot. Let's do 3 on each side, okay? From a plank position. Start with our right leg, knee in, opposite elbow. Shift your weight back, kick the leg up, open. Good. Back to plank, knee to opposite elbow, kick up and back. One more on this side, knee to elbow, kick up and back. Good, back to plank, 3 on the other side. Left knee, right elbow, up and reach. And good. Nice, shake that out, shake that out. All right, getting close to the end here. I'm going to show you one last thing. This is bonus points, extra credit if you want to try it. All right, so this is called the full scorpion. This is going to combine a lot of things that we've worked on today and in other classes. So what you're going to do is you're going to start in crab pose. Let me just demonstrate first. Remember the under switches that we practiced? Okay, we're going to use that, and we're going to use the scorpion reach. So you start by lifting opposite limbs, under switch, except I'm going to keep going. My foot is going to stay up. It's going to go up to the scorpion reach, and then I'm going to go over. And so now I'm back in crab. Let me do the other side. See, opposites. Under, hand comes down, Leg goes up, fall over gracefully, and then back to crab. Okay? If you want, give that a shot. I'm looking at Angelique. I'm looking at Jazz. Looking at you. All right, one more time. I'll walk you through it. Make sure you have enough space. All right, get into crab pose. Opposite limbs lift. Under switch. Leg goes under, hand comes down, leg stays up, kick up and back, reach over. Nice. Back to crab. And then you do the other side. Opposite limbs. Switch. Kick up and over. Good. And down. Cool. All right, so that's a fun move to add to your repertoire. And then, of course, once you get back to crab pose, you can do maybe a crab reach, and then you do another crab reach, and then you do an under switch and a full scorpion. Whoosh. All right, cool. That's going to be the class for today. Hopefully that's a good kind of shoulder warm-up and good for your core, your wrists, your fingers. Yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. I'll be here Monday and Wednesday for some more morning movement. We'll save the crabby stuff for the Saturday class. All right, love you all very much. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend.